A noticeable trend downward in crime being recognized by Memphis's top cop. Action News 5's Jared Thomas shares the update and why Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis says she's not ready to celebrate quite yet.
From court support to community safety, District 6 leaders say today's conversation is for a bigger push to improve outcomes across the community.
The power has to be in the hands of the people.
Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis was one of the guest speakers at the Public Safety and Civil Justice Luncheon in Raleigh Tuesday afternoon. Her focus was updating the public on safety concerns, the Memphis Safe Task Force, and results from that partnership.
Last 24 months, we have consistently pushed crime down in all categories.
She says the public is noticing the outcomes.
I talk to people on a regular basis. I talk to business leaders, community members, and they feel the difference. They feel the difference on our roads. They feel the difference in victimization in the city. And so I think the perception is changing. Chief Davis says robberies and aggravated assault are down by 30%. However, Raleigh residents saw clarification on those numbers, particularly the 3,400 arrests made by the Memphis Safe Task Force, who Latino leaders believe unfairly targets their community.
We have met, myself, the mayor, we have met on numerous occasions with our Latino leaders, with our clergy, so that we can try to instill some sense of calm in our community and a little bit of control.
Chief Davis recommends people keep reporting crime and be a voice.
We can't drive federal resources, and we all know federal resources can do what they want to do, but I do believe that pushing back in the very beginning to basically say, if you're going to play in Memphis, it needs to be on our terms.
Reporting in Raleigh, Jared Thomas, Action News 5.